Hello all. Hope you are safe. Welcome back once again to Book the Book. I'm going to speak on Bond. It's not the Bond we all know about. This Bond is a bit more intellectual. So his name is Ruskin Bond. So uh, he is one of my favorite authors, whom I would like to explore, and I have been exploring it during my childhood days. And I also want you all to know that who Ruskin Bond is, what are his achievements, how did he become a writer, the genre of books he writes, and so on. So, if I have to talk about Ruskin Bond, then there are certain individuals for whom writing is a passion. But if I have to say, then there are certain individuals who become lyricists, good writers, because of the circumstances they are into, or because of those circumstances which life throws at them, and then they stood up stronger than the situation. So, same way, Ruskin Bond is a writer because of the circumstances he had during his childhood. And so, if you have read books about Ruskin Bond, you would have felt that most of the books revolved around child psychology and children literature, and that's why he's also regarded as one of the fathers of children literature. So Ruskin Bond was born on 19th of May 1934, and so his early life was being spent with his parents, of course, and his father used to teach English to the princesses of Jamnagar until the age of 6. He was there in Jamnagar. Then his father later on decided to move on to join the Royal Air Force, and then he shifted over there to Dehradun again. And then, as things went on, his mother separated from his father and married a Punjabi Hindu at that point of time. So his father made arrangements that Bond could come back and stay with him. And then a few years later, maybe just 5 or 6 years, when he was in the boarding school, his father passed away because of malaria. So now Bond describes the best time of his life, the time which he had spent with his father. So he was very close to his father, and he was taken aback, devastated, completely shell-shocked when he heard his news of father passing away. And that's the reason he has been writing books on child psychology, because he knows how a lonely lonely childhood feels like, when there is a lot of vacuum, and that child psychology, and which decides the future of the child, because childhood is the main thing. Whatever you are being taught in childhood, you grow up in that matter, you are shaped accordingly. And then so then he completed his schooling around in 1950, in the cotton school, and then he went to London for another 2 years. He started writing from the very a little age of 16, where he wrote his first short story, Untouchable, which also got him a prize. So short stories was his main genre, where he used to write, because that gave him independence. Because writing, he believes that you cannot create scripts around writing, it has to come naturally. So that's why he said that even if I was not a professional author, I would still write, because he used to basically like writing, and that was the best medium, he thought, to express his thoughts, to express his loneliness. As we discussed, his childhood was completely lonely, and that's why it is visible in each and every work which he has written. So then between 2 years, he went to London at his aunt's place. But then over there, he started writing his first novel, The Room on the Roof. And since he was unable to find publishers, it got published at a very later stage in his life. And then in 1963, he again came back to Mussoorie. Why Mussoorie? Because as you know that he used to love the hill places which were situated near the Himalayas. And of course, another reason which actually made a very good sense that all the publishers, in Delhi were very much near to Mussoorie, so that he couldn't afford the travel. Since he was not established as a writer, he had to make out some expenses out of his pocket and get his books published. So if I talk about his literary works, so it is, of course, it is influenced by the changing, social, political status in India, and of course, the life on the mountains. So since we are staying, in different crowded cities, we might not have a, complete understanding of life at the mountains, how people live in mountains, how they manage, with the scarce resources they have, everything. So, and those two which are situated on the foothill of Himalayas. So he has written, children books as well, right? Like the Angry River, which actually demonstrates the pretty lonely childhood Ruskin Bond had been through. So Bond's literary work also, includes the Anglo-Indian experiences which he had, as we discussed, that the political, social and cultural status of India as a country has been changing throughout the year. And since he was born in 1934, he has witnessed colonial, post-colonial as well as post-independence India. So this gave him, he could actually narrate the transition of how India has changed as a country, and that to the rural areas, because of course we live in cities, but the major population of India is still situated in rural areas. So over there, he was successfully able to narrate the transition of what was there in colonial rule, then post-colonial, and then of course post-independence. And since he said that I am not an Indian by race. Religion couldn't make me one, but history made me one. And in the end, it is the history that counts. So basically, he's an Indian, but of a British descent. So then Rain in the Mountains is one of the finest books which he has written. And now if we talk about his, notable achievements which he has, secured in his entire tenure, currently, is 86. He's one of the genius relic we have when it comes to the remarkable authors we have in India. So, in 1957, he won a prize which is given to a British Commonwealth citizen under 30. Of course, it's difficult to pronounce. I might be wrong. John Dillwyn Rees Prize. Then in 1992, he received the Sahitya Akademi Award. So now, for those who don't know what is Sahitya Akademi Award, it is equivalent to a Nobel Prize in Literature. Then in 1999, he was awarded Padma Shri. In 2014, he got Padma Bhushan, and in 2017, which is very recent, he was awarded as the Lifetime Achievement Award. So there are other books as well, like The Blue Umbrella, A Flight of Pigeons, Funny Side Up, and there are multiple short stories which Ruskin Bond has given us. So generally, Ruskin Bond has, when we talk about genres, so yes, he has tried multiple genres. There were also a couple of films which were made on his books, though they were very not famous, but an attempt was made. And so 1934, he was born, 2020, 86, he's still writing. So I think, of course, I used to love him, during my childhood. My childhood days have been spent when, his book was there in my laps, and I am an armchair traveler, and I used to travel to Himalayas when I used to read his book. So this is what, I thought I can. So Ruskin Bond, of course, has been an inspiration so far, wherein he has written books on different genres, and I would say he's amazing when it comes to describing the child psychology, or how we are supposed to, what havoc can be created if a child is not given a proper childhood what he deserves. So this was all from my end for Ruskin Bond. Let us know the name of the next author you'd like us to give some background upon, and we'll be there. Stay tuned to the Hook the Book. Thank you so much.